And now we're joined by Mr. Trump's advisor, former mayor of New York, Rudy Giuliani. Thank you for coming in again.
Hi, George.
Mayor.
Good morning.
So what's your response to this story?
My response is he's a genius. I mean, the reality
is
absolute genius.
Because he has this tweet from 2012. Half of Americans don't pay income tax despite crippling government debt. And even in this campaign, he's taken on hedge fund managers who have avoided taxes. Let's listen.
The hedge fund guys are getting away with murder. They make a fortune. They pay no tax. It's ridiculous, okay?
I know people that are making a tremendous amount of money and paying virtually no tax, and I think it's unfair.
So why is this fair?
Well, whether it's fair or not.
Mr. Trump mocking Hillary Clinton in that bout with pneumonia, also questioning whether she was loyal to President Clinton in their marriage. Is that a smart strategy?
I didn't see last night, so I'm not sure about that.
44%, 45% of America doesn't pay income tax.
Well, a lot of them are below the poverty line. They're not billionaires. They're below the poverty line, and they don't make enough to be taxed. Mr. Mayor, you say that he's a genius. Donald Trump said during the debate that not paying federal income taxes makes him smart. Does that mean that the rest of us who don't look for every possible loophole and provision to avoid paying our fair share of taxes, does that mean the rest of us are stupid?
No, absolutely not. Clinton.
In 2012, Donald Trump tweeted, half of Americans don't pay income tax despite crippling government debt. He is in that half that does not pay federal income taxes despite crippling government debt. When he rails against the junky infrastructure, when he rails against LaGuardia Airport, when he talks about how bridges are collapsing, is he not responsible, at least in part, for the fact that these things are not being repaired? He's not at all.
Absolutely not.
He's wrong about stop and frisk, and everyone acknowledges now that he was wrong about it. Stop and frisk, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, is constitutional.
Which is not the way it was being done in New York at the time.
But that happens all the time. I mean, if a person does a home invasion,
about what Rudy Giuliani says about music.
Well,
Like that, who cares? Like, he's not an aficionado of music. This isn't politics. You need to worry about Trump's campaign.
He said he saved more black lives than anybody that was on the stage last night. That's what Giuliani said.
it's $15.
I'm not really, I don't know. I guess if you mean by, he also imprisoned so many unnecessarily, so I think, you have to count against the black lives he saved for the black lives he destroyed by imprisoning people for too long, taking them away from their families and breaking up homes. But
Bill Clinton's not the nominee, and this is my last question for you. Is the Trump campaign, is Donald Trump and the people around Donald Trump really the ones to be casting aspersions on the marriages of anyone else?
Closest advisors have had their own personal problems with women.
We need to have a fight in the Republican Party for the soul of the conservative movement.
I agree with you.
Campaign CEO Steve Bannon. In 1996, he faced misdemeanor domestic violence charges. His ex-wife in the Santa Monica, California police report alleging he grabbed her, an incident that the officer says left red marks on her left wrist and the right side of her neck. Those charges were dropped. Bannon would become a right-wing media mogul in a 2011 radio interview using a derogatory gay slur to describe progressive women.
They wouldn't be a bunch of that came from the seven sister schools up in New England.
This is a Fox News alert. I'm Jack.
The man behind Fox News, Roger Ailes, is now an unofficial Trump campaign whisperer, although Trump won't officially acknowledge his role. Fox News ousted Ailes after multiple women accused him of sexual harassment, most prominently anchor Gretchen Carlson, who received a $20 million settlement from Fox.
You're not supposed to gain 60 pounds during the year that you're missing.
That's former Speaker of the House Newt Gingrich speaking this week, defending Trump's comments about Alicia Machado. Gingrich is now a Trump advisor. He and Trump have both been married 3 times, both accused of infidelity. In 2012, Gingrich's second wife recalled this about her former husband to ABC News.
He was asking to have an open marriage, and I refused.
Then there's Rudy Giuliani, former New York City mayor and Trump backer. After Monday's debate, Giuliani spoke to reporters bringing up Bill Clinton's affair, criticizing not just him, but Hillary Clinton.
She attacked Monica Lewinsky, and after being married to Bill Clinton for 20 years, if you didn't know the moment Monica Lewinsky said that Bill Clinton violated her, that she was telling the truth, then you're too stupid to be president.
But Giuliani should be able to relate to marital strife. Married 3 times, he announced his separation to his second wife at a press conference before telling her his divorce and affair playing out publicly.